When's the last time you used a really powerful Nokia smartphone? We're a long time removed from the days of the Lumia 9 series, and while the Nokia brand is back in the spotlight thanks to the development of new hardware from HMD, those early HMD Nokia phones have been mid-rangers at best. That's all changing now with the launch of the Nokia 8, a no-kidding, honest-to-goodness Nokia flagship. This week at IFA 2017, we've managed to get our hands on this new hardware and go about seeing if what it offers really lives up to that hype. Right away, the Nokia 8 really looks like a well-built phone. That's due in no small part to its aluminum unibody construction, available in 4 colors: steel, tempered blue, and polished copper. Those first 2 are pretty standard matte finish, while the latter 2 are especially impressive, polished so thoroughly that on first impression you're liable to mistake them for glass-backed handsets. Compared to a lot of modern flagships, the Nokia 8 has a screen that's more on the petite side of things, with a 5.3-inch panel. But since HMD gives that a Quad HD 1440 by 2560 resolution, the picture looks incredibly sharp. But here, the real claim to fame is brightness, with the ability to generate up to 700 nits of output, much higher than a lot of its competition, and just what you need if you're going to be using your phone outdoors in the sun. Of course, you need a powerful processor to push all those pixels, and the Nokia 8 arrives armed with a Snapdragon 835 under the hood. Paired with 4GB of RAM, that puts the phone on the same level as some of 2017's best flagships, including just launched models like LG's new V30. And with 64GB of storage, it's clear that HMD isn't skimping when it comes to silicon. That said, we wish that carried over to every aspect of this phone's hardware, and some areas come up a little short. One of those is water resistance, and while the Nokia 8 can withstand a brief splash, don't even think about trying to fully submerge this handset underwater. The Nokia 8 runs a refreshingly stock build of Android, and that lightweight interface takes full advantage of the phone's hardware. That also spells regular access to security updates, helping to keep the phone safe. By far, the highest profile feature of the Nokia 8 is its cameras. On the back, we've got a pair of 13-megapixel sensors, and while we might have preferred going wide-angle and telephoto, instead HMD hooks the phone up with one full-color sensor and one monochrome. That black and white camera can help gather additional brightness data or simply be used to artistic effect. What's interesting is that the phone's front camera shares much of the same hardware elements with the color rear cam, and the Nokia 8 taps into this synergy with a bothy mode, allowing you to snap a pic of your friend while also taking a selfie. It's a little gimmicky, but we can see the appeal in certain situations. And if a pic won't cut it, you can also live stream your bothies online. While we're talking about video, the Nokia 8 offers Ozo Audio 360-degree sound while recording. Between that and the shiny glass-looking backs, we're getting more than a little hint of the HTC U11 from this phone. Of course, as we keep making comparisons to flagship-class devices and talk about the Nokia 8's powerful performance, you know there's one specter we're going to have to address: pricing. While that will vary by market, HMD tells us that we're looking at about 600 euros on average. Now, while that's not a bad price for a flagship, it does make us acutely aware of what we're getting for our money, and there's a certain bare-bones feel to the experience presented by the Nokia 8. If you're burnt out on custom UIs and worthless hardware gimmicks, maybe that's a good thing, but that's also a lot more money than shoppers have thought about paying for Nokia phones in a long while. Will the Nokia 8 still manage to find its niche? We look forward to finding out and spending some time giving this phone a full review. Until then, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for lots more mobile content coming soon.